Hey guys, Ripley Gamer here with another build for you guys, and today I'm doing a pub. I'm doing a good old British pub that is going to be called the Hobgoblin, as it is inspired by a pub back where my boyfriend is from. There's a pub in his town called the Bell, but it used to be called the Hobgoblin, and it's like this really cool old like proper English pub with like split level like cobblestone and wood and paneling. There's like an outside bit as well. I've been there before. It's a really nice place to go to. So I thought I would try and make like a pub, maybe not like exactly like that one back in where my boyfriend's from, but sort of something similar along the lines that could be sort of, I could use a lot of the get together stuff and a lot of the seasonal stuff as well. And I thought I'd like put this where the Shrieking Llama is, which was a little bar, because I wanted to do a small little English pub kind of thing for Windenburg, because I've not done a lot of building in Windenburg just yet. I've done like a diner, a maze, and I think a coffee shop, but I haven't done much else for it. So I thought a little cute little pub in like this lovely little green area would be perfect, because it's very country-esque. And when you go to, like in Britain, if you're travelling through a lot of like small towns and villages and stuff, you'll find pubs everywhere. It's the thing about Britain, is we love our pubs. I used to live in a small village, do my undergrad, and we had like, I think there was like 4 or 5 pubs in that area, in that village alone. So I'm doing like this really small like little pub. I put the bathrooms in 2 different areas, so placing them side by side, as that was also inspired by a sort of pub in the in Covent Garden Market, in the small little pub called the Punch and Judy that we went in recently. It's such a lovely little place. That was all kind of underground, but I couldn't really do an underground kind of pub for that, but I wanted to try and like have some elements of it used for this pub thing. So I've got like the little spandrel there, because I love using spandrels now. I think it's great to sort of open up rooms, but also like separate like kitchens from living rooms and stuff. And I'm using these really nice lights here. They do light up quite well. I feel like there need to be more lighting options in The Sims, for at least nice ones that have like large radiuses, because some of them have quite small radiuses. And I'm using like this cool little bar here, using a lot of the get together stuff, because like the get together stuff is all prime for like sort of making pubs and stuff for Windenburg, because there's such good content from it. Obviously got to have a little dartboard in there and the little llama game. Grabbed a couple tables to put in. This all does kind of get like moved around a bit, because my boyfriend started helping me out with the building, because he is like the architect and I'm kind of like the interior designer when it comes to building things if we collaborate. So we're working here on putting this. I've just got to make sure we got everything we need for the bar. So the TV, the stereo. And you can see how it looks now. It's looking alright. And then I wanted to use the movie stuff door, but that was pretty good. This one from Get Together is cute as well and works in its own way. And here we are, just putting just sort of putting things around. And I do start moving everything and trying to get some like good like sort of wallpaper for the area. And of course I got a lot of CC like flooring that I really wish I could use in these builds, but I can't, because a lot of these all need to go up on the gallery as base game and like expansion pack stuff. And then I put in a fireplace, because you need to have a fireplace in a pub. It's kind of like a staple, I guess. But then I sort of like use the wall. I use this stone on the wall so the wallpaper doesn't kind of burn up, and then put these like wooden pillars in to sort of separate it, because this is what you do in a lot of like old sort of fireplaces. At least in Britain, you have like a sort of stone wall where your fireplace is, to keep it from ruining your wallpaper, and then having a little stone hearth as well. And then I think I put a sofa in front of it, because I was sort of moving all these around to get it, and I think I got rid of those, and then I added a couple like bigger tables against the wall, so they'd be near the TV, just so you've got somewhere for like, you know, groups to sit. And it works pretty well. It works pretty well there, and it does look pretty nice. And I thought like 3 sets of tables would be enough, and then these 2 like ones against the wall here, and then just moving them around, having a little llama game there by the bathrooms, because I felt like it was a bit of an easy place, because I feel like it is quite small, but it's a good kind of small, because a lot of pubs are like this in Britain. They're very small, unless it's a Spoons, in which case it's huge. And I will, at some point in the future, I'm saying this now so I know I have to do it, I'm going to make the Weatherspoons that I and my friends go to so much here. It's a really great place, and it's got like this really cool like balcony like bit with loads of tables and stuff inside that is normally reserved, but you can eat, like, people, we book it a lot because a load of us go there. So I'm going to try and make the Coronation Hall, which is the name of our spoons, There we go. So I'm going to try and make that at some point. I feel like it'll go wrong, but can't blame me for trying. And then we start going for the roofs, and I'm getting better with roofs. It's a slow, process, but it's slowly coming in. And then I think I do, that looked okay, and then I think I changed it a little bit because it wasn't looking completely okay. I was kind of trying to do that, and I think that worked there. That worked there quite well. But then, once again, I'm still struggling with roofs ever so much. And I think the roofs look okay. I'm not sure how much I change them, though. I do sort of bring in, the trims a bit. You need to have them sticking out a little bit, but not too much. And then I think we tried to go for a lighter one, but we couldn't, so we ended up going with, I think the thatch roof we tried, but then we do use the tiles, and that looks a lot better now. And sort of match the aesthetic. And then, of course, using the Get Together outer, stone bits, because these are great to use. And there is a point at one point where I think you see me sort of, there's a small, long pause, as I actually think my, this is already my boyfriend's already gone in and done this. I can't remember. It's been so long since I recorded this one, but he's there sort of just fixing up all the walls so it looks a little bit more elegant and looks really cool. And I think we did a pretty good job with the outside bit, and it does start to look like an authentic pub, which I'm pretty pleased about. And one thing I think we do change is we do sort of start trying to change up the windows, because the windows is a bit of a problem. So you use these Get Together ones, and they work pretty well. Using those smalls, which I always use for bathrooms, I always try and use that, but I feel like I need to switch up using the window. So I use these Get Together ones, which they do stay open. Then we sort of move the pub over just a little bit so we can start doing an outside bit. And the outside bit, we need to we base this kind of on the Bell pub, but we because we need an outdoor bit, so we need to sort of separate it all off and then sort of turn that back fence into a proper wall. And then I think we just removed this front bit, so we don't need a fence separating it off, so you can just go out and go into it. I don't think we put a door going out that way, not sure, but we do put these out here. And I think we put another fireplace out. Yeah, we changed it up to these fences, because the stone fence actually looks a lot better. And then we sort of turn this into, I guess, maybe a room. And we just sort of, just turn this into a room to sort of just maybe try and put another roof in to sort of change it into an outdoor bit. And then I get rid of that wall and I put it on the other side, I think, because it doesn't look right like that, because that was a lot better. Yeah, because I wanted to put the spandrel in, because the spandrel worked. I love the spandrels. And then just using these bits and then trying to put these edges in just so it looks a little more neater, and you can see that it starts to come together quite well. And then all the trims, I do forget about the trims all the time. And I love this nice stone paving. I think that's good. And then we use another one of these stone sort of fireplaces. This one was actually really nice. And then we got the benches out here, because I think this would be quite cool, especially for the winter and a blizzard. You could if you still wanted to sit outside, you could sit outside under the little porch bit next to the open fire, with your drinks, which I think would be quite cool, especially if the pub gets really full. And then I love this old pub sign. I love that we have that. Then I think we put another one just on the outside. We put these that log house bit in there, and I think that works pretty well. And I love using this Get Together stuff, because this is a primarily usable to get together. And then we got to do the pathway, just a small little pathway, and I think it starts to look nice. I'm liking it. I'm trying to do a lot better with working with environments and foliage and stuff, just because you want to make it look kind of you don't want to just make it just an empty lot with nothing around it is thing. And then I start putting on these nice little stained glass windows, because you can, and I was trying to see where they go, and I realized I could actually put them between the pillars, and it actually looks really cool with the 2 glass windows between each pillar. That actually looked pretty well. And of course we need a bin outside. And it's starting to come together. It's starting to look like a little proper English pub, which I'm pretty happy with. I loved that it was called, I do call it the Hobgoblin, then I will ruin the name a little bit, but I do like that it's called the Hobgoblin, because it's an English pub inspired by an actual real pub that I've been to and I've had drinks in, and it's really nice. And there's a lot of pubs around like Britain that kind of have this sort of feel, especially in smaller country towns. And you can see all the pictures here of the inside of the Hobgoblin. It is on the gallery. A lot of people have downloaded it already, and I think it's all working fine. And because I don't think I needed to playtest it a bit, but if you guys like it, it's on the gallery, and I will do the Coronation Hall pub at some point. So stay tuned for that build coming in a very soon. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye bye now.